Let's test your audit knowledge. What is the primary purpose of an audit? That is to express an opinion on whether the financial statements are fairly presented in accordance with the applicable framework. So auditors provide reasonable assurance, not a guarantee. What does reasonable assurance mean? It's a high but not absolute value of assurance that the financial statements are free of material misstatement. So reasonable does not equal absolute. So this wording matters on exam day. Who is responsible for the financial statements? Management. Management is responsible for the financial statements. Auditors are responsible for expressing an opinion, not preparing statements. So any answer suggesting auditors ensure accuracy is wrong. What determines whether an entity is an issuer or a non-issuer? So issuers are publicly traded, where non-issuers are private companies. So this distinction drives which standards actually apply. Which standards govern audits of non-issuers? That will be the Statements on Auditing Standards, or SAS, and they're issued by the AICPA. So SAS is the highest authority for non-issuers. Which standards govern audits of issuers? That would be the PCAOB auditing standards. So public companies always use the PCAOB. What is the highest level of authority for non-issuer audits? That would be the Statements on Auditing Standards, or SAS. So SAS must be followed unless justified otherwise. What is the purpose of AICPA interpretations? That is to clarify or explain SAS. They do not override SAS. So interpretations are a lower authority. Who sets ethical standards for CPAs? That is the AICPA Code of Professional Conduct. So ethics apply regardless of engagement type. Why is independence critical in auditing? That's because it supports the auditor's objectivity and credibility. So independence applies in fact and appearance. What does due professional care require? It requires proper planning, supervision, and professional skepticism. So care does not equal perfection, and judgment does matter. What is professional skepticism? It's a questioning mindset with critical assessment of evidence. So they trust, but you also want to verify. Does an audit provide absolute assurance? No, it does not provide absolute assurance. Absolute assurance is not attainable. So if you see absolute, just pause, because that answer is usually wrong. So you're going to pick a different answer choice there. Why can auditors not eliminate all audit risks? It's because of judgment, sampling, and inherent limitations of an audit. So risk is reduced, not eliminated. And what does an auditor ultimately provide? They provide an opinion, not certainty on the financial statements. And this thing shows up everywhere in audit. So repetition is how you get those points on exam day. So rewatch this until it clicks, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.